You don't have to forgive to heal. Forgiveness, the crown jewel in moral superiority, the golden ticket to inner peace, the thing people insist you must do, usually from the comfort of never having endured real harm themselves. Remember these quips? Oh, you just need to forgive and let go. Oh, holding on to anger only hurts you. Forgiveness is the path to healing. Yes, of course, darling, because nothing says justice like rewarding someone's atrocious behavior with the absolution they never earned. Let us be clear. Healing is not contingent upon granting pardons like a benevolent monarch. You do not owe forgiveness to anyone who fractured your soul and waltz away without consequence. I'm Dylan Moore, author, cognitive behavior specialist, and dedicated advocate for emotional healing. I am your trusted guide through the absurd social expectations that keep people stuck in a labyrinth of self-imposed chaos. Now, I suggest we launch a delightful rebellion against the emotional nonsense and absurdities we've been conditioned to tolerate. In today's discourse, we'll dismantle the limiting beliefs, expose the attempts of small-minded individuals who insist on gaslighting others into self-doubt, and call out the ludicrous psychological gymnastics that keep people trapped in niceties at their own expense. Today, we dismantle the great forgiveness fallacy, because shockingly, your peace does not require their redemption. Why you don't have to forgive to heal? Well, if you've been pressured into believing that healing and forgiveness are inseparable lovers, consider the following. You can release pain without excusing the cause of it. Forgiveness is often sold as the only path to peace, but in reality, it comes from setting down the weight of what's happened, not pretending it was acceptable. Forgiveness does not erase accountability. Some people haven't changed. Some people don't deserve a second chance, and you are under no obligation to gift them one. You're allowed to grieve, not reconcile. There's a world of difference between letting go for yourself and inviting someone back into your life as if nothing has happened. One is called self-respect. The other is called self-sabotage. Toxic positivity has turned forgiveness into, I would say, a moral virtue. You're not a bad person for refusing to absolve the one who's harmed you. You are a person with boundaries. Not forgiving doesn't make you bitter. It makes you discerning. And quite frankly, I would rather be labeled unforgiving than be a doormat for someone's unrepentant behavior. In short, forgiveness is optional. Healing is mandatory. And no one does not require another. Now, a word on the hidden cost of forced forgiveness. If forgiving them lets them off the hook, who is left carrying that burden? Because it certainly isn't them. If the person hasn't even apologized, why is it your responsibility to extend grace? Are you forgiving because you want to, or because you've been told you should? Because if forgiveness feels forced, insincere, or emotionally dishonest, then it isn't healing. It's called performance. And now, how to heal without forgiving? Let's acknowledge what happened without minimizing it. You don't have to reframe the past to make it more palatable. It is what it was. Let go of the expectation that they will ever understand. Some people will go to the graves convinced that they did nothing wrong. Let that be their burden to carry, not yours. Release the pain, not the accountability. Moving forward does not mean pretending it never happened. It means choosing to live without carrying that weight every single day. Choose peace for yourself, not for them. Healing is about reclaiming your power, not handing them a redemption arc that they never earned. And now, a most scandalous realization. You do not have to forgive someone to be free of them. You only have to stop making them the main character in your story. So, tell me, who has been undeservingly awaiting your forgiveness? And more importantly, what happens when you stop feeling this obligation to give it? Drop a like or a comment below, and let's normalize healing on our own terms. Together we rise, together we thrive. Let's rise fierce into a new life of personal power and freedom.